There are moments when your mind feels too noisy, as if there is always something happening inside. Thoughts keep coming one after another without giving you time to rest. Even when everything around you is quiet, your mind continues to move. And this constant movement makes it difficult to feel calm. You may notice that your thoughts don't really stop. They change, they shift, but they are always present in some form. Your attention keeps getting pulled from one idea to another, and this creates a constant sense of mental activity that never fully settles. At first, this may not seem like a problem. Thinking is natural and your mind is designed to process information. But when this activity never slows down, it becomes overwhelming. It becomes something you can't easily step away from. The noise in your mind is not always loud in an obvious way. Sometimes it is subtle but constant and persistent. Small thoughts, repeated patterns, and quiet worries build up over time. And slowly, they create mental pressure. You may try to quiet your mind by force. You tell yourself to stop thinking, to calm down, or to focus on something else. But this approach rarely works the way you expect. It often creates more tension instead. The more you try to silence your thoughts, the more active they become. This happens because you are still engaging with them, and that engagement gives them energy. So instead of disappearing, they continue. Your mind reacts to pressure by increasing activity. When you try to stop thoughts, you are still giving them attention, and attention is what keeps them alive. This is why forcing calm doesn't work. To quiet your mind, you don't need to fight your thoughts. You don't need to control everything that appears. You need to change how you relate to them, and this is where the shift begins. Instead of trying to stop your thoughts, you can begin to observe them. You can notice them without following them or reacting to them. And this creates a small distance between you and your thinking. That distance changes everything. Your thoughts are still there, but they feel less intense. They are no longer pulling you in every direction. They lose their urgency and their pressure. And this makes them easier to handle. At first, this may feel unfamiliar. Your mind is used to being involved in everything. So stepping back feels different and even uncomfortable. But this feeling is temporary. If you continue, something begins to shift. Your thoughts start to lose their intensity. They become softer and less dominant. And this creates a sense of relief. The gaps between your thoughts begin to grow. Small moments of quiet start to appear between one thought and another. These moments may be brief at first, but they become more noticeable over time. In those gaps, you begin to feel calm. Not forced calm, but something natural and stable. It feels like your mind is finally slowing down. And this creates a deep sense of relief. This calm is not something you created. It was always there beneath the noise. It was simply hidden behind constant thinking. And when the noise decreases, it becomes visible. When your mind becomes quieter, your body responds as well. Your breathing becomes slower and more regular. Your muscles begin to relax naturally and your body feels lighter. Your attention becomes more stable. You are no longer pulled in every direction by every thought. You begin to feel more grounded and present, and this improves your awareness. You start to feel present again, not lost in your thoughts, but connected to what is happening now. This changes how you experience everything around you. It brings clarity. Quieting your mind does not mean eliminating thoughts completely. It means reducing the noise around them. It means allowing thoughts to pass without holding onto them. And this creates space. Not every thought needs your attention. Not every idea needs to be explored or analyzed. Some thoughts can simply exist and then disappear. And that is enough. When you stop feeding every thought, your mind begins to settle. It becomes quieter and more balanced over time. And this creates clarity, a clarity that feels natural. Clarity allows you to focus more easily. You're no longer distracted by constant mental noise. You can stay with one thing at a time, and this improves your attention. This reduces mental fatigue. Your mind is no longer working constantly at full speed. it has time to rest and recover, and this creates relief. If your mind feels noisy right now, it doesn't mean something is wrong. It simply means it hasn't had enough space, and that is something you can change. What your mind needs is not more control, but more space. Space to slow down, space to rest, and space to breathe. And this changes everything. When you give your mind that space, it naturally becomes quieter. Not instantly, but gradually over time. The change is subtle but powerful, and it becomes more noticeable. The more you allow your thoughts to pass, the less power they have. They no longer control your attention in the same way, and this creates freedom. You begin to feel calmer without forcing it. You begin to feel clearer without trying. And this creates a sense of ease in your mind. Your mind no longer feels like a constant stream of noise. It begins to feel more open, more spacious, and more calm. And this changes your experience. And in that quiet, you discover something important. Calm was never something you had to create. It was always there, waiting beneath the noise. And now you can feel it again. If this video helped you quiet your mind, consider leaving a like and subscribing for more content about mental clarity and overthinking. And if you'd like, share in the comments when your mind feels the most noisy.